Hello amazing people, Hazel Bulubisi here. Welcome back to my channel if you're an oldie, and if you're a newbie and you like what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Join me as I take a day trip to Edinburgh. It wasn't really planned, it was just something I decided to do out of the blue. And I was like, you know what, let me go and see what this city has to offer. So I got an early morning flight from Belfast to Edinburgh. Landed there, took the train from the airport into the city centre. It was a good deal because you're able to pay, I think it was £12 just for a day trip, and then you can get on any other train, bus, or any other transportation the whole day without having to worry about a ticket. So that's what I did. I got the day ticket. Then I headed up to the first place that I really wanted to try out. It was a tiny shop called Moo Pie. I don't know if it's a gelateria or a coffee shop, but it was just a little tiny shop. And I really wanted to go there because I wanted to try their hot chocolate. I had seen it on TikTok and I was like, you know what, I have to try this. So that was the first thing on my agenda, and I really enjoyed that hot chocolate. Next thing, I just walked around the streets as I still had a bit of time before my next activity. I think here where I was walking through is called the Royal Mile, if I'm not wrong. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And I stopped here because I figured this building looked really pretty. I later reached where I was going, which was the Scotch whiskey experience. They have this offer where you're able to come and taste different whiskies and learn about how the whiskey is made and just the different blends and the different types. So that was really cool. I enjoyed myself. I think they have different types of tickets. I got the golden tour, which allowed me to go on the experience where they explain everything. Then at the end of the experience, you get an extra 4 shots of whiskey of the different blends that you're able to try. I really liked the way they presented the stuff. It was really aesthetically pleasing, as you can see here. And during this tour, our first type of whiskey, we tried it here, and I got the blend type.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Another blend, lovely.
After we received our whiskey to taste, we were taken into this room, which was a room full of whiskies from different areas of the world and different ages. So some are quite old, very many years, others were young bottles. And yeah, it was a pretty cool experience to just get to see all these different types of whiskies. Did you know there were so many types of whiskies? I didn't. Anyway, these are all the blends that were available during the tour. At the end of it all, I got to taste all of them because of the type of tour that I took. And yeah, it was nice. It was cool. Pretty cool because this was my first time going whiskey tasting. So this was the end of the tour where they give us the other 4 types of whiskies. This was me trying to put into practice what we had just been taught, trying to figure out what type of whiskey it is and stuff, looking around to see if everyone is doing the same thing I'm doing. Anyway, it was an interesting experience. So smelled it. Yes, it was quite strong. You know how they say when you smell an alcohol and it gives you flashback and reminds you of how you were about to die. That's how I was feeling. I got that reminder, although I hadn't drank in such a long time. So yeah, I smelled it trying to figure out what it smells like, or rather the flavors and stuff. Then we had been told once you smell, you should smell through your nose and with your mouth open, which allows, I think, the oxygen to go in and, you know, you get to feel the taste quite well. Then I was trying to see what it tastes like if we could pick up the notes and stuff. At some point, I started regretting my choices. I'm like, can I really be able to finish all these whiskeys? Because by then I was hungry, I had not eaten, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm here drinking all this whiskey on an empty stomach. But anyway, I survived it. You can see me trying to figure out the notes and stuff and looking like I know what I'm doing, but to be honest, I was just tasting alcohol. Anyway, with time, I started telling the difference. There was like a cheat sheet there, so I tried to look and read and see if what it says on the sheet is what I was actually tasting. And I wasn't too bad. I got some of them. Some I was pretty off. But yeah, I continued sitting there debating my life choices, if this was the right thing to do, because I was already tired and it was the first drink and I had 3 more to go. But I think out of all of them, they were numbered 1 to 4. My favorite one was 2. 1 also wasn't too bad, but the 4th one was the strongest. I don't think I could handle the 4th one. I think it was the charcoal-based one. It was very smoky, so I wasn't really a fan of it. That was me checking the time because I had my next activity due.
A dram is about 25 milliliters.
In like half an hour, and I wanted to get lunch before that. So I just sat there and watched everyone and listened to what they had to say. And yeah, enjoyed my whiskey until I could finish. Then after that, I went to get some lunch. Don't leave me high and dry. So I picked this place out for lunch mostly because they had a specific lamb leg that I really wanted to try. For starters, I got their Scotch egg. It was nice. Then that was the main meal. That was the main reason I went there. Now you should know that this restaurant has 2 sides. There's one side which is for reservations. Then there's a walk-in side. The meat basically just melted off the bone. It was quite hot, but once it cooled down a bit, I was able to eat and devour. I ate really fast. Even the lady who served me was in shock, but it was really because I was late for my next activity and I was like, I need to make it there on time. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. I was hungry. I ended up clearing the plate, as you can see. Then I headed to my next activity, which was the Edinburgh Castle. I bought tickets for it online the day before. And then I also got, they had this feature where you can get the recordings that explain everything on your phone. So here we got to see the view of the city, and it tells you a bit of history about it. Yeah, so that was the last bit of my day where I just took my time throughout the castle. I think they close at around 6 or 5:30 p.m. So I just continued walking around until it was closing time.
whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
Bye, it's the end of the day. I'm now heading back to the airport to go home. It was a nice day though. I should do this more often. See ya.